Right, it's not the best filming angle, and little Miss Lulu is just down here. You can kind of see her hair in the bottom corner, and we have got the TV on in the background, and I'm sat in front of the computer again, just because it's the easiest place to sit kind of thing. Yeah, she's playing with her toy money. We have already had dinner today, and I thought I would just pop on, and in a video before I've said about I'll do a Q&A. So I've got a few questions that people had had asked me to answer that I've written down. So I'm going to be answering them, and I just thought if any of you had some other questions you wanted to ask me, sorry, my brain's a bit fuzzy today, but I wanted to come on and do this one. So yeah, if there's any other questions that you guys would like to ask me, then I would answer them. Hi Michelle. So yeah, it's just basically a live Q&A, and I'll answer the questions that people have already asked, and I will answer any new ones you've got. So I don't know who is around. I don't know if this is something you want me to do or not want me to do, but basically I'm just doing it anyway. So how have you all been today? Have you been doing much today? Hi Rebecca. Yeah, have you been doing much today? Me and Libby have been home all day. Don't do that to your money, baby. How much is your purse leather? Well, this one, this is Libby's. This is my old purse that Libby's got. Let me have a look again, baby. She's got 10, 15, 20. Oh, and we've got a 20p. She's got £20 and 20p. I'm sure she's probably got loads more. Yeah, she's got loads more little play coins in there. Look, they're not real notes. They are the kids' play notes and Poundland and stuff, but she likes to think they're real notes. There you go, baby. You gonna go buy? You gonna go shopping, are you? Where are you gonna go buy? Bye. Bye. See you later. See ya. She's gonna go and sit in her VW van thing. Yeah, can you see her balloon there? This is one of her kind of birthday balloons, but it was really just because she has been so freaking good with coming to the doctors with me and me getting my sorry if my phone's gonna go off. If I put it on airplane mode, then I can't go live. Still got a Valentine's Day balloons over there that says I love you, and you can kind of see in the background. Where is it? Where is it, Lou? Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Here's her other balloon. She got yesterday. You got your pennies. So yeah, she's got. You got your pennies. Come on then, go play your pennies. Yeah, she got the Rainbow Dash one and the little heart one, which is now above my head up there. Because she'd been so bloody good with me going to the doctors. Yeah, she's been so good with going to the doctors with me and having my injections, and you know, being pushed here, there and everywhere. And the bloody hospital on Tuesday was just, it was annoying me to hell. Basically she had to go because she's been under paediatric care since birth, and she had a heart murmur. She got discharged 6 months ago, but because she'd been under paediatric care since birth, they had to do a 6-month checkup on her to make sure that it was still safe to have her discharged. So we had a letter to say she was going in yesterday at 1 o'clock, and we kind of geared her up for it because, as you guys know, in the past she'd been very, very scared of the doctors, and she didn't like hospital, and she was all this lot. So we geared her up. And according to our letter, as far as we could understand, we were going in, we were going to go and speak to her specialist, just get their secondary opinion on it and see if it was all right for her to be discharged. We went in at about 12, 12:30ish probably. Because we thought if she goes and plays with the toys at the hospital first, bye, you're going to go shopping. Yeah, we thought if she'd go and play with the toys at the hospital first, it would calm her down and she wouldn't get all stressed out and stuff. So I booked her in at about 12:30, and the woman said, you do realise your appointment is until 1 o'clock? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, I'm going to let her play. At 1:45, they still hadn't called her. So I was now getting to the point of what the hell's going on here. You know, between when we've been waiting and 1:45, we were the only person in that waiting room for a good 35 minutes, and they hadn't called her. So then they called her to do her height and weight. That's normal. She did that, and then the lady didn't write down her weight, literally walking from the scales, or the height thing, to there. She didn't write down the weight. So then Libby needed to be weighed again, and Libby was having none of it. And then she didn't write down the height, so Libby had to do her height again. And then, Libby didn't want to stand up. Libby wanted to sit down because she was getting annoyed at that point. Mom. Yes, baby? Baby. And then they decided to do her blood pressure. She doesn't know what the hell blood pressure is. They did a reading, she wouldn't stay still, and they were like, that's too low. So they made her do it again, which by this time she's getting stressed out. She doesn't want this on her. She's moving again, so they're like, no, that's not good enough. So the woman goes and calls the sister in, like the nurse sister. Thank you, baby. And she tries to get Libby to do it again, and she holds Libby's arm down and gives her the iPad, and we get a reading. Then we get told to go back out into the waiting room. So at this point, Libby's like, what the hell's going on? You know, I said, we're just going to go and see a lady, and then we're going to get told we can go home. So this is what I prepared Libby for. Then they call us in and say she needs an ECG. I'm like, nowhere on my paperwork did it say that she needs an ECG. Anyway, they put her through the ECG. Her appointment was right on her nap time, so she was grumpy. She was not happy. So anyway, I tried to get her to sleep. They did her ECG. We come out and they were like, oh, you've got to go and have an echocardiogram. I was like, none of this was on my letter. We were literally going to be in to talk to the doctor, and that is it. That's what we're meant to be doing. No, you need to have an echocardiogram. So I'm like, well, they're going to have to do it when she's asleep because she's grumpy, she's stressy. She literally wants to go to sleep. So I get her down for her nap, and then the doctor calls us in. And I'm like, you're going to have to do the echo in the buggy. She's like, what are you on about? I was like, well, I've just been told you need an echo. She said, no, you don't need an echo. I said, well, she's had an ECG, and I got told that she had to have an echo. She went, well, it's good that she had the ECG, but she didn't actually need it. So our appointment was at 1 o'clock, and we didn't get to see that doctor until about 3:15. So at this point, she is now tired, she's grumpy, she's stressed. Anyway, the doctor literally were in that room maybe 5 minutes, if that, for the doctor to say, yep, you know, as far as I'm concerned, she is okay, she's getting on well, you've got no issues, you've got nothing you want to ask me, I'm happy to discharge her. Which was good. She's completely discharged now from the hospital. We don't have to go back in unless obviously there is an emergency. So that is all good. But it was just not good for Lib. She was stressing out and stuff. So in the morning we'd already got her that balloon and the heart balloon. And it was kind of just to say, you know, you've been really good because you come to all doctors and mummy. You've gone through all that hospital. So they were her little treat. She loves balloons, and when they go flat, we put them in a memory box. So, yeah, she's got some more balloons, and then she's got some Paw Patrol ones for her birthday, which is Monday. So, Mummy's got to get them blown up. Because it's either Mummy's got to buy a helium tank, or Mummy goes and gets some balloons. Bye. See ya. Bye. So, yeah. Anyway, guys. Yeah, today we have not been doing very much. We did manage to pop to Poundland yesterday, in between the doctors in the morning. And my nurse cancelled on me, so I didn't have my last injection, and they couldn't fit me in for over a week. So when we went in for Libby's appointment in the morning for her asthma clinic, I just said to the lady, because she'd already done one for me before, I was like, you know, I've asked if a doctor can do it while I've got the doctor here. And she's like, no, we'll do it. So she did it at the kindness of her heart. Thank God I've now got the final one done. And the doctor said, as long as everything stays the same. I should be fine. I'll have to get blood tested again in a year to check that my levels haven't disappeared or gone down again. But he's quite happy with them, so I've just got to finish off the tablets, and hopefully I shouldn't have to have any more injections. So then it's just back to sorting out the fibro. So that's kind of up to date with that. So yeah, kind of get round to these questions, and you guys can ask questions if you've got any more. Bye. So how have Libby's fits been? Libby has not had a fit now, I want to say about 8 months. I think about 8 months. We were just going through test after test after test. We weren't getting any answers back, and it was just stressing her out. It got to the point that if she saw like a nurse or a doctor or something, somebody even dressed close to them in the, I don't know, in the supermarket, she would freak out. She would physically hurt herself. She would physically hurt me. She was drawing blood on me. She was biting me, punching me. She was physically hurting herself. It wasn't good. So I, as her mum, took the decision that all these tests were coming back negative, that I wasn't going to stress her out anymore. We cancelled the MRI, and since that day, up to that point, she hadn't had a fit for like a month. So yeah, we told him just to quit all tests, and she's never had a fit again. Nanu has been a really massive help, hasn't he? Thank you. Yeah, Nanu's been a really massive help. He's very much a nanny cat. Nana. Yeah, your Nana. Yeah. She calls him Nana, and she'll call him at night. And she's got into the routine of she feeds Nana. So she gives him his food in the morning and in the night. So the other night she didn't settle very well when Nana went missing. But he is now upstairs asleep on the bed. So that's good. How have I been getting on with my weight loss? I haven't been on the bike for quite a while, but I have been doing other things. You know, we have been catching up on little jobs that you just put aside that you don't really want to do. Been doing that. Yeah, I've been resting when I can. We obviously had Matt's dad's funeral. We've had a family member that's ill. Matt had a couple of days he wasn't very well. I had a day of the funeral I felt absolutely disgusting. Libby's luckily enough not got anything, but Matt had a real day where he was really sick. I went to town to have a really good look around the charity shops, and he ended up calling me to say, can you get back? I'm thrown up. So he literally had a whole day in bed pretty much, apart from when he was throwing up. So yeah, we've kind of had it a bit busy, so I haven't got on the bike, which I know is lazy, but I have been eating healthier. I could be a lot better, because obviously with everything going on, we've been grabbing like chocolate bars and crisps and stuff and pieces like that, which we shouldn't do. But as of this week, we're really hitting back onto it. When I originally weighed myself, I was 18.12. Then I went down to 17.5. And I think the last reading I had, which was I think the beginning of last week, which I didn't film and I should have done, but it was 17.2. So I am going down. I am going down slowly. But yeah, I've just got to keep it up and kind of dig in a bit more. Right, just picked up all her coins that she's just chucked on the floor. So, she's over now putting them in her kitchen. So yeah, that's how the weight loss is going. I am losing weight. I also found out having a vitamin D deficiency actually really stops you losing weight. Apparently when your vitamin D is the right level, you can actually lose weight a lot easier, but when your vitamin D is low, it really is hard to lose weight, so that would probably accumulate for why I wasn't losing weight before. What new content are you working on? And what golden oldie videos, etc. have you got coming? So, tomorrow I have a responding to comments that have come up on my videos. Only a quick one, but I filmed that last night and I have scheduled that for tomorrow. Today you had a Poundland haul from yesterday, and Friday you've got one of the first videos in kind of tips, tricks and hacks to save yourself some money. That one I think is about half an hour long, whereas the answering one's back I think is about 10-12 minutes, something like that. But there's more tips and tricks ones coming up, because I'm literally kind of thinking of any tips I can think of that I use or that I should use or that I've heard of to save yourself money, or kind of reuse something or use something you've already got for something else, that kind of thing. So I'm doing that one. Oh, sorry guys. So yeah, there'll be a few more parts of that one coming up. I've got another review one to do because I've now used a few more products. So, I really itchy eyes on that lot. I think my hay fever's coming into play, guys. Yeah, so I've got a few more. I've got another review one to do because there's some different things up there. As I've been using them, I've just kind of been putting them to one side so I can do a review on them. So there's a review coming up. I'm going to do a video about my fibro because a lot of people just aren't. Sorry guys. Yeah. I'm going to do a video on my fibro because some people know about it because they know people that have got it, or people that have had, well, not had it because you don't get rid of it, but do you know what I mean? They've heard of it and they know what it is. But some people are still not very knowledgeable about fibro, about how it affects different people different ways. So I'm going to do my best to kind of tell you more about fibro and how I've kind of worked out different ways to adapt to the situation, I suppose, and how it affects my day-to-day living. Good. This is another thing of fibro, it makes you tired all the time. Yeah, so that's going to be another one that's coming up. Obviously I'll still be doing my hauls. When we go to a car boot sale, I'm going to try and film it. I don't know how well I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try. Yeah, somebody asked, am I going to do a house tour? I will do. I haven't got around to doing it yet. The house is not extremely tidy. I just want it a bit more tidy, but we have got a house inspection on 28th. Oh my god, why am I yawning so much? So yeah, I will try and do a house tour. How did I meet Matt? I met Matt on Plenty of Fish. He actually messaged me to start off with, and I had I'd taken my jumper off when I had a pair of glasses on, not these but a different set, and basically my jumper had got caught in my glasses and the little nose pad there had gone into my eye and it had scratched my retina, so I had an eye patch on. Lovely, I know. But yeah, I had an eye patch on, so I couldn't really focus properly to read, and he messaged me and I tried to reply back and my reply come back out all gobbledygook. So he admits now the first time I messaged him back he thought I was a bit of a like loony, I suppose. So he wrote back again. I tried to write back again. Again, it made no sense because I still had the eye patch on, and I have got a picture somewhere of how damaged my eye was, because they put this like blue dye in, and then where it's white is where it's damaged. I have got that photo somewhere. If I can find it, I will put it on one of my videos if I can. We'll see. But yeah, he gave it one more shot of trying to message me and actually have a readable answer come back, and the day he did that was the day my eye patch came off. So yeah, we just started talking, we met up, and yeah, we got together. What does he do for work? He works, yes, she did do well to do that. He works in a mattress making factory. He was somebody on the machines, and now he's trained to be the forklift driver, and he is trained to be the secondary in command, so like a supervisor. So yeah, that's what he does. He does different parts of it, so he could be packing, he could be taking different parts to the machines to put them together. I think he's done gluing. Yeah, he's done packing, he's done gluing. He's been cover man. So yeah, I think he does most jobs down there now. So yeah, what is it like having fibro with a toddler? I find that Libby is very helpful, but I also feel that that's a horrible thing in a way. What are you guys going to be doing for Liberty's birthday? Does your fibro bring depression into your life? Does it affect your mental health? Right, so I'll answer that first. We don't know what we're doing for Libby's birthday. I think we would like to go out for the day, but Matt's going to be at work on Monday, so we're possibly going out on Sunday and doing something, but we're not entirely sure because Matt's going paintballing on a stag do on Saturday. So we may do something this weekend or maybe something next weekend, but we're not entirely sure. Having fibro did bring on depression for me. I had depression before I was diagnosed with fibro, on and off when I was a bit younger, and they did put me on antidepressants, and I personally stopped them. I was in a bad situation when I was depressed last time, and they kind of gave me antidepressants and I chose not to take them. And yeah, it was okay for a few years, and then since I've been diagnosed with fibro, my depression was just going down. I was just yelling at everyone all the time. Like the smallest thing would set me off, and that's not obviously a good household for Liberty or Matt. I was, losing the plot. I was getting to the point where I was screaming at Matt and I was like, I've had enough of this, I'm done with this, I'm walking out that door, not coming back, and I would never have done it because I would have never left Libby, but it was getting to me, so they have put me on antidepressant tablets to just take the edge off, which they do. It's a lot more nice living environment for Matt and Libby now because I'm a bit more chilled out. I'm not snapping them all the time, like any normal time. If Libby had dropped something on the sofa or something, I would have gone ape at her because of how my depression was. Now she drops it on, I'm like, okay, I just have to clean that. I do that. Does it affect your mental health? I guess in a way it has, purely for the fact of depression, and depression is like classed as a mental health disorder kind of thing. I guess you could class fibrofog as a mental health illness, I suppose, because fibrofog is very much like, it's like the feeling you get when you've walked into a room and you can't remember why you've gone in that room, but it is so much more than just, oh, I've walked into this room and I can't remember why. You completely zone out. Your mind goes completely blank, and while you're having a fibro fog, your brain might not think of words that you want to say. You might not remember how to do stuff. You might not remember where you are, who you are, what you're doing, stuff like that. I understand I suffer from health anxiety, and sometimes I find it hard to get through a day. Some days I have no pain. I have no pain on my face. Your inspiration and motivation. Thank you ever so much, hun. Yeah, it's hard having fibro with Libby, but then it's also in another way it's better that I've got Libby. I think if I didn't have Libby, there would be some days where I wouldn't get out of bed. I would kind of, I suppose, wallow in my self-pity, and Matt would go to work and I'd be staying in bed and you know, I wouldn't really move apart from going to the toilet, really. So it is good in a way of having Libby, because she does make me get out of bed. She makes me do stuff. She makes me go outside. You know, I can't just sit on my arse and do nothing. I have to look after her. I have to look after the house. I have to look after Nanu and Boo Boo and Mum. And so she makes me do stuff, you know, on days where I'm feeling really, really bad. You know, and it just hurts to even breathe on some of those days. She is very understanding. She'll bring me blankies, and she'll just want to kind of cuddle up on the sofa and watch a DVD, or, you know, do some colouring while she'll bring her book to me, or we'll do some puzzles. I swear she understands, and as much as that's lovely that she does understand, I feel upset in a way that she is such a young age and she understands that her mummy can't do certain things with her. So when I am on good days, I try to do as much as I can with her, but she is growing beautifully. She is hitting all her milestones. She is so clever. It's unbelievable. I don't know where she gets her cleverness from. I was always reasonably clever as a kid, but certain things will stick in my head and certain things won't. Her words are coming on great. You know, she can string a sentence together. She knows what she wants. She chooses her own clothes in the morning. She'll choose her own bows before she goes out the door. You know, she's so advanced in certain things. She isn't potty trained at the moment, because she did go for a stage where she was showing us signs of going for a poo so we could start potty training her, but she stopped doing that now. So I just think she's so advanced in other things, that'll come in time. It is a good quality as well to be sympathetic. You're bringing her up well. Thank you, hun. Yeah, she understands. There. Yes, baby girl. You got your pennies again. You got your pennies. Mummy's got some of your pennies here. Where are you going to put them? Are you putting them in your kitchen? She is so good, bless her. You know, she has her moments like any kids do, but she is so good, bless her, and she's got so many ringlets. See if I can. Oh, there's the little Miss Lulu. Say hi. Say hi. Say hello. You got your pennies. Yeah, you got your pennies. Oh. Coin, yes. My house phone's going now, guys. Oh. I have no idea where my house phone's going, guys, but I'll have a look at that in a minute. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it ring, I think. Yeah, stop now. Anything important, they'll ring back. So yeah, she is amazing, bless her. She knows her routine with mummy, and she's got her daddy wrapped around her little finger. She gets away with everything with daddy. But mummy, you know, she has a bedtime routine with mummy. She knows how she goes. She knows what she does. But if daddy tries to do the same bedtime routine, she plays in like a good one. But she is so loving and so caring. You know, she will share anything with you. She is one that, if you give her a chocolate bar, she'll always come and give some to Gran. She'll give some to mummy. She'll give some to daddy. She even shares stuff with Nanu's. Everything she has, Nanu has to have a bit. She is so good, bless her. When we go out, if you say to her, what do you want to get today, she'll always choose something for Gran or mummy or daddy. It's very rarely that she asks for something herself. You could take her down, like we've done before. We've took her down the entire 3 aisles of Asda, which has got toys in it, and she like said, do you want this, do you want this, do you want this, giving her loads of toys to try, and she'll look at them and just put them back on the shelf and go, no, she doesn't really want them. She is so good, bless her. Yeah, she's doing amazing. How do I distinguish between fibro and other issues? It's hard to distinguish between fibro and other issues because it shows so many I'm trying to think what it's called. I can't think of the word. It shows the same signs as so many different things. So when you're first getting assessed for fibro, my brain is not working. First time you get kind of assessed for fibro, they will say it's like arthritis, or they'll say it's just you're run down, or that you've twisted a certain way and that's why your back or whatever's hurting, or maybe you're stressed and that's why you're not sleeping, because it shows so many signs like other things. It is really, really hard to distinguish between what is fibro and what is something else. The only way I can distinguish it is I know I've been dealing with certain things a lot longer than what I have fibro. So I distinguish the things that I had before I was diagnosed with fibro as a different thing than fibro, if that makes sense. How widespread is my fibro? Right. To put it into context, I suppose, my hands aren't as bad as... Okay, that's just fallen down. My hands aren't as bad as my mum's. Mum's had fibro for about 15 years now, and she can not do certain things with her hands, whereas I can still do them. But she has had very more jobs in her life where it's more been with your hands. She's done like in chefing and stuff like that, and needlework, and so it's a lot more with your hands, whereas I've done a lot more retail. So even though you are like opening boxes, stacking shelves, pricing, it's a lot less intricate work for your hands, I guess. So my hands, they do hurt quite a lot. The pain is a really random pain for me. It's kind of a pins and needles with pain, if that makes any sense to anyone. So you get like the tingling in your hands, that's just constant for me, and then I get pain with that as well, and then every now and again between this little joint here and this bit really hurts, and on this finger between there and there really hurts. That's the two places that really hurt on my hands. So my hands aren't that bad. My arms, like between my elbows and my shoulders, they do hurt quite a lot. They hurt, I suppose the best way to describe the pain in those is like when you've pulled a muscle, or if you've been doing a lot of lifting and stuff, how your arms ache. I get that, but with quite a lot of pain. My shoulders just feel like I've got some big fat git sat on my shoulders 24/7. They really hurt, which obviously having bigger boobs does not help with that issue. My chest feels very tight all day, and it's very painful. Again, the best way to describe it is feeling like you've got somebody sat on your chest, pushing your chest down, so it hurts to breathe. If you've ever been winded and how you kind of, it takes your breath away kind of thing, that's how fibro is kind of like. The smallest things can take your breath away. I mean, I'm getting out of breath now. This is one of the joys of fibro. A silly thing like getting up and walking from the bed to the toilet can make you out of breath very easily. Simple things like having a shower are not simple anymore. Things you take for granted, like using a hairdryer to dry your hair, to hold your hand up that long while holding something of weight, it just doesn't happen. Your fibre just won't allow you. You find very restricted movements. I have days where my hips and my back will hurt incredibly, and the slightest move really hurts. But then I'll have other days where I do have the pain, but the pain roughly stays the same if I move around or not. But on some days the pain is very high, when I stay still. The slightest movement is like a stabbing pain on top of the original pain. Sometimes my knee won't lock, so as I'm walking I'm kind of dropping to one side. My feet hurt all the time. It's mainly my back. My back is the real main one. The base of my back really, really hurts all the time. Painkillers don't touch it. Cocodamol numbs it a little bit so that I can get on and do stuff and it doesn't hurt as much, but there is no pain relief that actually numbs the entire pain you're feeling all over your body, and it's very hard to describe. But people think that, you know, I don't understand how you can be like that, but even just the weight of your own body, like if you lie down, the weight of your own body pushing you into the mattress or the sofa or whatever is agony, and people don't get that. And simple things like having just your clothes on is like being encased in concrete. It is so heavy, you know, just stupid things like that, and it takes a lot to get your head round it. Hi Shell, you having a good time up there? So yeah, it's a very hard, I don't want to say it's a disease, because it is and it isn't, but it's a very hard thing to live with. It's very much a, not hidden, but it's not physical, not physically able to be seen, if that makes sense. It's a, I'm trying to think of the word. It's a invisible problem. So you could walk down the street and anybody that you see walking down the street could have fibro. It's not something you can just know that they have by looking at them. It's not a physical thing where every single person who has fibro has to walk with a cane or has to have a wheelchair, or, you know, everybody's fibro is slightly different, and that's why it always gets treated differently. And it's coming more out of the woodwork more now. Yeah, it's coming more out of the woodwork. People kind of know a bit more about it, have heard about it, have actually started to hear that people they know, like Lady Gaga and stuff, have got it. So it is more widespread, and it is more kind of out of the closet, and people understand it that little bit more, but it's still something that nobody can ever understand it fully unless you have it or have a close person with it and you see them. I've seen how in just the short amount of time that I've been living up in Derby, how my mum has declined, and it kills me to see that. It kills me to see my mum, who has always been active and healthy, and, you know, one of these people that if you want something done, you do it yourself. You don't have to rely on anyone. You can do it yourself. Kind of be pushed into having to rely on people. Yes, baby. That's ketchup. That's ketchup. This one is vinegar. And that is a jug. That's red. Red. So yeah, it's hard to see how she's deteriorated. Not green, red. Brown. You say brown? Yeah, it's hard to see how she's deteriorated. Vinegar. Vinegar. Red. So yeah, it's hard to see how she's declined. I think having Libby around really helps her. Having her hamster around really helps her. She has bad days the same as me, but I think because we both have each other around, we support each other and help each other get through the bad days. Ow. Do I class myself as disabled? No, I don't class myself as disabled. I just class myself as a normal person who's just got fibre and finds their own way of dealing with it. Do I use mobility aids? When I'm having a really bad day, I will sometimes use a crutch. And we have got a stool in the shower. But like wheelchairs and stuff I don't use at the moment. I don't need to use them at the moment. Will I go back to work when Libby is at school? I would love to go back to work when Libby is at school. I've always had a real work ethic and I really wanted to show Libby that. But to find a job around my fibro, around Matt's hours, around Mum, will be very, very hard. To put her into childcare right now, I'd have to work full time, and there is not very many employers that will employ somebody with fibro because you are not very reliable, for the pure fact of you cannot know one day to the next if you're going to have a good day and be able to move reasonable and do things reasonable. But the next day you might hardly be able to get out of bed to go to toilet, and as an employer I could see how that would be a massive problem, because obviously if you can't come in, then they have to get somebody to cover your space, and it has to be short notice, because you cannot say, oh, you know, on Monday you can't say, oh, I'm going to be really bad on Wednesday. You can't foresee that. You have to play every day, day by day. So it's annoying in the fact of you can't really plan. If I plan to go out shopping, it's kind of like I really want to do that. I'm hoping that I'm going to do that. If I know I'm going to be doing a bit of walking, then I will try and rest up for the couple of days before. But you are never able really to plan stuff. So for an employer, that would be a real pain in the backside. Do I manage to pace myself? No, I don't. I have not got that down to a T yet. I am very much used to being brought up like my mum, very much. You want something done, do it yourself, you know. You'd much rather do 20 jobs in half an hour than only do 5 and then have to wait for somebody else to do them. And it's hard to get your head around the fact that if you have been brought up that kind of way, that you just crack on and get a job done, and you know, you just do it without even thinking about it. Your brain is still thinking in that kind of function because that's how you've been brought up, but your body will not actually assist you in doing that item. So something that other people would not think of a massive job, like changing the sheets on the bed, or putting a cover back on a cushion, having a shower, you know, taking the washing out the washing machine, putting it into a tumble dryer, ironing, anything that to a normal person is nothing, to somebody suffering with fibro, that's a big job. That's like a full-on workout, and I have never learnt to pace myself at the moment. Matt took Libby down to see his mum one day, and I was like, right, while she's out, I'm going to do this job, this job, this job. You know, I was going to hoover the sitting room, not just hoover it where we normally go, but, you know, pull out all the chairs, hoover underneath, take all the covers off the sofa, put them through the washing machine, that kind of thing. All jobs that were just made 10 times easier without a child running around. And in my head, you know, I was like, yep, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, this, this and this while he's down there, blah, blah, blah. And I did manage to wash the sofa cushion cover things, but to put them on, which would normally take somebody else like 5 minutes, it took me about 25 minutes because it is such a massive job for someone with fibro. You know, just to move the sofa, I mean, our sofa's on wheels, just to push it forward, that required so much energy that it really knackered me. So I'm still getting used to trying to pace myself, and I mean, it gets to the point where I have found myself now on a Sunday night writing a list of jobs that I would like to achieve that week, so from that Sunday to the following Sunday, and that will include stupid things like put washing in washing machine, put recycling in bin, you know, buy bread, things that people would not normally write down. I have found that writing lists helps me. If I do have fibro fog, I can look at my list, I can look at the jobs I need to do, or, you know, on my job list I might have go to town Wednesday, or pick up so-and-so from Poundland. And I've just found by doing it like that, it helps me more. I have put myself little routines in place. So I will always kind of like first thing in the morning, I'll come down, I'll fill the sink with hot soapy water, and I'll put a few plates or something in it, soak in, so that while I'm having breakfast, so yeah, I can, like, while I'm having breakfast, the plates can be soaking, so I can go out and just wipe them off quickly, put like the cups soaking while I'm doing something else, because with fibre you kind of got to do something and then sit down and do something, sit down, but you can't sit down for too long and you can't stand up for too long, so you're kind of doing a bit and stop and doing a bit and stop and doing a bit and stop. So I found, like with the washing up, come down first thing in the morning, put some hot soapy water in the bowl, put the plates in, sit and have breakfast, go out, quickly wash your plate up from breakfast and that lot, put like the cups into soak, come in, change Libby's nappy, go back out, do the cups, let something else soak. And that's the way I've found to help it for me. There are certain things that I do ask Matt to do, like taking the bins out, like the big wheelie bins, dragging them out to where they can be collected, or picking up the black bag from out the kitchen bin and putting that in the wheelie bin out the front. He does that for me. When it comes to something that you've got to scrub a lot more, so maybe like a roasting pan or something, I'll have to leave that for Matt. Stupid stuff like that I have to leave for Matt, and I've worked out what things I can and cannot do. So yeah, I have not got the pace myself a bit down. Fibre in-depth video, yeah, I'm going to do that. Is there any other questions that people want to ask me? Because I've kind of gone through my little list here of what people have replied to me when I ask for questions. You can hear the beep 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 in the background. That's my tumble dryer, because yeah, it's saying that it's finished. I need to go press again. If anyone's wondering, this is the charity that I'm raising the money for by cutting my hair. It's in Taunton, which is Somerset, where I come from. We are a registered charity based in Taunton who offers support for families who have a child with any form of additional need or disability. A diagnosis is not required to become a member. We provide opportunities for families to enjoy fun, quality time together with like-minded people in a supportive environment. This is accomplished through organising day trips, weekly swimming sessions, a monthly club plus an annual special trip away. The activities we offer are affordable and accessible to all members. Wheelchair transport is always available. Escape can also organise special events specifically for our carers. So yeah, they do day trips, they do little holidays, they are just there to kind of have a rant or give advice. Yeah, they're basically there to help. And they've helped my friend considerably. So yeah, this is the charity that I am raising the money for. Don't put them all under the carpet, Boo. Booba. Boobaloo. Do not put all your coins underneath the rug, baby, please. She's just stuck all the coins in there. What hours does Matt work? What do you guys do to relax together? Right, he is on shift work at the moment. He does 6 till 2, 6 till 2 1 week. Well, 6 till 2 Monday to Thursday 1 week, and then he does 6 till 1 on a Friday, and then the next week he'll do 2 till 10, and on a Friday he will do 1 till 8. He sometimes does overtime Saturday or Sunday. He has covered other people's shifts, which is 8 till 4, but he would never ever finish at 4, because even though their shift finishes at 4, when he's covering that person, they cannot go home until all the lorries are unloaded. So if there's a lorry that's coming in late, and they're due to come in by 4, but they're stuck in traffic or something and they don't come till like 6, he will have to wait and unload that lorry before he can go home. But at the moment he's on 6 till 2, 2 till 10. Yes, baby? Yes, baby? Yes? You were shouting me? What would you like? What do you need me for? You got rubble! Rubble on the double! You like Paw Patrol, don't you? She is currently in her clangers. Top. Ooh. Say hi, everyone. Say hi. Hi, everyone.
Oh.
Say, I've got lots of curlies. No, you're not having Bob. She can see the Minion hard drive up there and she wants the Minion. No, you're not having Bob. It's not what you're thinking. You got Rubble. Doggy, yeah. That's Rubble. Can you say Rubble? She's got two really long nails.
Mom.
Doggy is yours, yeah. That's Rubble. He's on the floor now. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do? No. Mummy's pen. You're going to say bye so you can go play. Say bye. Say bye. There's Libby on the screen, look. Do. No. That's your birthday present. You're not allowed to open that. That's what Auntie Cindy sent you down. She can see her birthday present and she's not having it yet. Oh, be good then. You're going to say hello to everyone. Give me a kiss. Oh, you monstrosity. Give me a kiss. Can I have a kiss? Give me a kiss, you monstrosity. Kiss. Good girl. Go and play then. Rubble's down here, look. There's Rubble. Yeah, there's only other questions. I was in a toy shop the other day and they had Paw Patrol wind-up bath toys and they were $9.99 each. Ridiculous. What they tried? Yeah, I've seen them. Where did we see the bath? In B&M. I was like, oh look, that Libby would probably like that. And then I saw they were $9.99 each and I was like, are you kidding me? They are only like this big as well. They're not very big at all. She is having a Paw Patrol cake for her birthday. Mummy is making it, isn't she? We ordered some little... oh, thank you. Giving me love. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Yeah, that's you. That's you. That's you. Yeah, that's you. It was in a place called Your Own or something. Yeah, B&M have got them as well, hon. Because me and Mum saw them the other day. Yeah, Mummy's making you a Paw Patrol cake, isn't she? Mummy's going to make a tray bake with some icing on the top, and we bought some Paw Patrol figures for her cake. And it came with a little toy mat, so after she's had the figures off the top of the cake, she can play with it on the little... It's got like a little road and stuff on it. So she's got that. And then we went to Asda and she chose some edible butterflies and some edible unicorn decorations. So that's what she's having. I've got some happy birthday candles, but we'll probably light the actual happy birthday for her, or just put like 3 candles on her cake, because we have got Paw Patrol ones, but there's no way in hell that she's going to let me light Sky and Everest. She won't care about the other ones, but Sky and Everest we're not lighting. So they do come in a pack of 5, so I may light those 3. But yeah, I'm going to make her cake for her. It's not going to be anything special. It's literally just going to be a tray bake with buttercream on it. I might make pink buttercream. I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, it's just going to have the toys of Paw Patrol all over it. And she's got all her presents upstairs wrapped apart from one. So she's got a Colour Me Chameleon, which I got in the sale, not last year, year before. And it comes with these like paint splats, and you touch the chameleon's paintbrush to it and the chameleon will change that colour, and it's to help him learn colours and numbers and stuff. She's got that. She's got 3 different wooden train sets, one of which we found on a local sale site for like £3. So I've got that one. Then she's got extra cards for it from Poundland. She's got the little Minion figures. If you guys have seen my toysforpound.com haul, you saw I picked up some Minion things. So she's got 2 little figures in each. I kept the black trays from the Lego advent calendars. So what I've done is I've wrapped it up, and in each little tray there's a little toy. So it's either, because she's got the 2 trays, there's either the different cars and that lot for her train set. There is some Paw Patrol figures. There is some My Little Pony squishums to go with her carousel, and they're in the little heart things. and there is Minions. I think that's all there is in there. But yeah, I've done it so she can poke holes in the paper and get them out herself. And then she's got a Sky Paw Patrol bubble blower, and the bubble mixture's in the shed, so I got to remember to put that out ready for her birthday because she absolutely adores bubbles. And then she has got stickle bricks. We were going to get her the Scoop and Learn ice cream cart, but people were saying it's a bit crap, so I'm going to keep an eye out for a second hand one and then get one like that. But yeah, she's got stickle bricks. Oh, she's got a Bloopy, which are those really weird baby things that they're advertised on TV, and they've got a snorkel and they squirt water. She likes her babies at the moment, and she likes her bath time, so she has got a Bloopy. I think that one she's got is called Sweetie, I think. But yeah, she's got that. And then I think she's got some little things. I can't really remember. I think I wrapped up some little things like hair ties or something. And then she's got some wrapped up for Easter already because all her Easter's wrapped up. And Mum's got her a bag for Easter, so we just got to get some little bits to wrap up in there. And all the kids' presents are wrapped up for Easter, ready to send off, like the ones that have got to be posted. All the kids' birthdays are wrapped up, apart from 2 that I've got to wrap up and 2 that I've got to get. I'm going to be starting to wrap up the Christmas presents soon, because they are already in the boxes, and it's just going to save me a big load of time. So I think next time Matt is up in the attic, I will get him to get down the Christmas cards, because then what I will do, I'll be doing it exactly like I've done the birthday ones. So I will wrap up the kids' presents, and I will take the Christmas card to the presents, purely for the fact of a lot of the presents have to be posted. So if I attach the Christmas card to the presents, then I can put it all in the box and do it. Sorry about that, guys, my phone just went off. So yeah, I'm getting organised. I don't know why, but I'm keeping on top of it somehow. Yeah, is there any other questions you guys would like me to answer, or anything else you want to know? Because it's now 5:45, and little monster back there goes to bed at 7:30, so I have to, I don't know if you can see, oh, sorry, there you go, see all the mess she's made? Need to clear that up, and she is currently sat over there. Her play food for her kitchen is in that box and this box here. All her Happy Lands in there, but look at all this across the floor, guys. It's horrendous. And sofa's a mess, table's a mess, and all her food's going to be in there, in those 2 cupboards. And all those coins she had are under this edge here of the rug, so I've got to go and lift that up and get all the coins out. But yeah, guys, is there anything else you want to ask me? Any videos you want me to do? Like I say, I've got another review one I've got to film, some more how to save money ones. I've been writing my list of what I want to do this week, because this is my original little list of what I wanted to do this week. And you can see I've done a lot of ticks on it already. I've still got to put the washing away. That's upstairs, that's a job for tomorrow. Hoover sitting room and kitchen, that's a job for tomorrow. And hoover upstairs. But I can't hoover upstairs until Matt takes the hoover upstairs, because I can't lift Hetty up. And you can see her, Rainbow Dash balloon there. And a pink heart. And you can see over there, I Love You still up from Christmas. Not Christmas, for Valentine's Day. And you can see Daddy's card is still there, and Libby's card is still there. Just needs to do a general tidy of the front room. Yeah, just tidy up all the toys, which we'll have a tidy up before we go to bed. Mummy wants to watch Hollyoaks, so that's really the only thing Mummy watches. Look at these stickers that we got from B&M the other day, guys. Gran bought us some, Mummy bought us some. I mean, how cute are these? These are like $1.99 a pack. But look, you get unicorns on these. So she got unicorns. And then where's the other ones gone? There is a girl version of this as well. Just trying to grab the blankies. See, oh, there they are. Yeah, Mummy bought her these ones because she loves stickers. She makes loads and loads of cards and stuff. So that's the girl version of it. And this is the boy version of it, I suppose, because they're blue. But Libby doesn't care, it's Paw Patrol. Got those. And then we did go into Lidl the other day. Look, she's got these stickers. So she was well chuffed with that. She hasn't started sticking them yet. She is like, Mummy, you're talking about me. Lula! Lula, what are you doing, Bubba? You putting rubble in the cupboard? That's going to be the oven on a cooker, so she's cooking rubble. But yeah, guys, is there anything else you want me to answer now? My God, doing that. I look alright there, and then I go to there, and I'm like, really red. Yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to ask me while I'm on live a second before I go off live and start cleaning up this crap pit? Have a nice evening, love. Great live Q&A. If there's any other questions that people want to answer me and want me to answer, pop it in the comments below, because obviously as soon as I finish this live I won't be able to see the questions that were asked in the live. So pop it in the comments below. I may try and film this week. I'm sorry if that's making anyone dizzy. I keep spinning on this chair. If I'm making Libby's cake either Saturday or Sunday. So yeah. How many tattoos have I got? I think 15. I think. I've got one there, which is really naffed up. Obviously I've got my mum, my dad, and the flowers, and a guinea pig's footprint there. Then I've got Liberty and the Infinity sign, and a bear. And then I've got wording on this hip. I had wording on that hip, and I've got a flower over it now. And then on my shoulder here, I've got a Tigger one with Grandad underneath it. So I think it's like 15, I think. How did you choose the name Liberty? Basically, when we found out we were pregnant, we went for a baby name book and we wrote down all the names we liked in columns, so like boys, girls, unisex. And we pinned it up on our pin board we had in the old flat. And every day me and Matt would go up and we'd knock off a boy's name, a unisex name, and a girl's name we didn't like. And then that left us with 3 girls' names, 3 boys' names, and 3 unisex names. So for a unisex name, we were going to have, I think it was Brooklyn, Dakota, or there was another one. For girls, it was Liberty, Callie, or something else. I can't remember the last one. And for boys, it was Colby, Lewis, or I can't remember the last one. But basically, we narrowed it down from 3 to 1 in each. So we knew that if we were having a little boy, it'd be Colby. So it'd be Colby. We knew if it was a little girl, we'd be calling her Liberty. And we knew that we had one unisex name, which was, I think it was Dakota, was our unisex name. But then obviously we found out we were having a little girl, and first thoughts automatically we knew she was going to be Liberty April. That was how it went, because we had decided that if we had a little girl, the 2 mums' names would be included, so like my mum and Matt's mum. And if we had a little boy, the 2 granddads' names would be included, because Matt's granddad brought him up basically. So his granddad name would be included and my granddad's name would be included. So we knew the middle names of whether it was a boy or a girl straight away. So as soon as we found out it was a girl, we actually found out a little bit early because we had to go and have a heart scan done to check her heart, and they said, oh, we can tell you the sex, and I was at like 16 weeks. So yeah, we had that one, and then at 20 weeks we had one in Musgrove to say she was a little girl, definitely. But at that point we already knew, so I'm taking you guys down on the floor with me to get these pennies out from underneath the bloody carpet. So, any other questions, guys, before I disappear and clean up this mess of what my daughter's done? Where does the Me Too Tigger bit come into your YouTube name? Right. Basically, I wanted to have a email account that I could remember. So at the time, I used to collect Me To You bears and Disney Tiggers. So I decided to set up my email address as Me Too Tigger, purely for the fact of I would remember it. And then when I was thinking of doing a YouTube channel, they said I needed to have a YouTube name. And I just thought, again, let's just have something I'll remember, so I'll have Me Too Tigger. And I just thought, right, I'll put my name in it. So it's like Me Too Tigger Charmaine. That's how my wonderful YouTube name came about. Just kind of stuck with me. So, still got the same email address. That stuck with me. So yeah, that's how that came about. What's my favourite Yankee Candle smell? I like vanilla frosting, because that reminds me of cakes, obviously. So yeah, I like vanilla frosting. I'm just kind of moving around at the same time. I think I'm burning, well, not burning. I've got the blueberry something, I think it is. Let me just have a look. Is that here? The one that we have been burning. Is the packet still out here? It was blueberry cheesecake. It's the one we've got out in the hallway at the moment. It's not currently burning at the moment, but set my tumble dryer back on again. Yeah. Do I like spicy foods? Not particularly, no. If I have a curry, I always have a korma. But yeah, I don't really do spicy foods that much. Where would you say your accent is from? If I remember correctly, from Somerset. Yeah, born and bred in Somerset and moved to Derby 2015, November 2015, because I moved when I was 6 months pregnant. Not the best of ideas to move house while you're 6 months pregnant. But yeah, I moved when I was 6 months pregnant, and then we actually moved to this house from just one bit of Derby to another bit of Derby when Libby was 6 months old. So we're just crazy, really. Yeah. So any other questions before I disappear? Oh, if you had to pick cakes or chocolate, probably I had to pick one. Cakes or chocolate? Cakes or chocolate? I suppose probably cakes, because you can have a lot more fun decorating them and stuff. Which football team do you and Matt support? I think when Matt was a bit younger, he used to support Manchester United. But I think the only one he really supports now, I think, is Tiverton Town, because that's where his nan and granddad live. So when he used to go to school in Birmingham, he was the only person who would have a Tiverton Town shirt. So he supports them, and I don't really support anything. I used to support Arsenal, but I don't know any of the players or nothing. So yeah, we don't really have football teams that we support. We have family members who... She's being crazy. Oh. She's been crazy. If you had to pick a house or a caravan, house probably. Do I like rugby league? I never really watch it, to be honest with you. My mum does. F1's our thing. Me, Matt and Mum will always sit down to watch F1, and Libby likes F1. Yeah, F1's our thing. How Little one, how is she? She is fine. She is crazy over there. Blowing into... Yeah. She doesn't support any football teams or anything. She's not really into football teams, but she does love... she does love her F1. She loves Lewis. Mum doesn't support a football team. I suppose if she were to ever support a football team, it would probably be the football team that my stepdad used to support. So that would be Liverpool. Libby's auntie supports Arsenal. Her granddad supports Chelsea. And I don't know who else everyone else supports. My favourite colour at the moment, it seems to be like the kind of aquamarine-y, kind of tealy colour. Mum doesn't support rugby league teams, I don't think. She loves watching it, but I don't think she supports anyone. Yeah. Any other questions before I go tonight, guys? Like I said, there is a video that will be coming up tomorrow, which will be answering some questions that's been on my videos. She's just given me her dummy, thank you. She knows she's going to be going to bed soon. Will we get to see my mum in a video? I'll have to ask her. Will you do a gift thing for Mother's Day under £20? I can do, yes. I've actually got some things for Libby's godmums. What I've done for her godmums at the moment is we've picked up some of the I Love You canvases in Poundland, and you get, it's just an elephant with I Love You on it, and get some paints of it. So she's going to paint those for her two godmummies down in Somerset. And then I've also got the memories photo albums that are currently out for the Mother's Day thing. We're going to put some photos of Libby in there for her godmums down in Somerset. But yeah, I mean, tissue paper, flowers. Tissue paper, flowers, you can make a bouquet out of. I'll have to try and show you how to do a DIY on that one, because I made my friend's bouquets for her wedding like that. Alright, baby? Yeah, so I can show you some cheap like DIY things you can make or do or whatever. You know, you've got like homemade body scrubs you can make. You could bake your mum a cake. You could just get some bubble bath that she likes, and like one of the decorative bottles from Poundland, and just tip the bubble bath into the decorative bottle, just to make it look a bit prettier, that kind of thing. Matt's just messaged me because he's on his break, so I'm going to go in a minute. I'm going to try and do a video of making Libby's cake and decorating Libby's cake. I'm just trying to work out in my head how I'm going to do it at the moment, like decoration wise. If I'm going to put royal icing on it, or if I'm going to put butter icing on it. I've just got to work that out in my own head. But yeah, I will video that. But yeah, any questions that I haven't answered on this, please put in the comments below once this live has finished, and I will possibly come back on tomorrow night and do a live. Libby's birthday is on Monday. She will be 2. So yeah, anything, why does Mum Michelle have an issue with me every time I comment on one of your videos? Sorry to ask, but it annoys me when I'm a genuine fan. I don't think she has an issue with you, hun. I think sometimes, not necessarily just yourself, I find it as well. When you write out a sentence or something, sometimes the way you mean it is totally different to the way that it can be read, and sometimes because you're not actually saying it, it can come across very abrupt sometimes, and I find it quite a lot, you know, because you're not actually physically saying it. You could be saying it in a very nice way, but people reading it could possibly read it in a very annoyed or disgruntled way. And I think it's something very much that you need to kind of, you know, we need to, as a society, need to think that sometimes things that you say don't necessarily be meant in the way that we are reading them. I've had that in the past you know, I've gone to say something and I've texted somebody and I've been like, I don't know, like kind of, they said like, oh, somebody's done something to me, and I'm like, oh, that's a bit crap, or, you know, what the hell. And I've meant it like, what the hell, how have they done that to you, like why have they done that to you, that kind of thing like that. But they've took it as like, what the hell, like I'm thinking they're lying kind of thing. And I think because you're not physically saying it, so you can't hear the tone of your voice, it can come across a different way. And I think that's why a lot of people, not generally just Shell, I've done it, I can read stuff in a magazine or something, or I can read people's comments on my videos, and you know, I could take it in a wrong way, I can take it in a right way. I think it's just because the voice is not actually with it, you can't hear the tone of the voice, it can be taken in the wrong way. But as far as I'm aware, she has not got an issue with you. She's not told me she's got an issue with you. Yeah, it's true. Sorry if I come across that way, Charmaine. It's not my intention. Sometimes I think constructive criticism, that's absolutely fine. Constructive criticism, I love. At the end of the day, if we all were perfect from day one, we'd be very, very boring. We all need constructive criticism and, you know, helpful hints and stuff of how to be better at something. We may not be very good at like describing something or not showing it properly, that kind of thing. And my phone keeps going really dodgy. We'll do that in a second, baby. So yeah, it could just be that, hun. I think maybe it probably is just that. I love how positive you are on live, Charmaine. I wish more were like you. I love how you don't get annoyed in the comments. Yeah, I think that's very much, hun, that I was picked on and bullied from pretty much day one in schools. And I've done the whole lash out and be a big mouth. And, you know, if you look at my secondary school yearbook, you know, I was known as psychotic, I was known as stress head, I was known as the one that would throw tables at you, throw chairs at you, try and hit you. You know, I was known as the stress head, and you know, it never stopped the bullying, it never stopped the people. They were just getting a bigger thrill out of it because it was really getting to me. And I think it's only something that you can learn with time, is that, you know, that the more that these people do something, they expect a reaction from you, and they get satisfaction of seeing you being upset and seeing you reacting to it. And you'll see it in my video tomorrow. Seriously, somebody put on my comments on one of my videos, I think it was on my one when I said about I was going to cut my hair, and I turned around to show how long my hair is, and they put, my God, you're a fat bitch. And the answer I said to that, which is in the video that goes up tomorrow, was thank you ever so much for watching my video and making that comment, because I'm sure that if you saw me in the street, you would not have the balls or the attitude to walk up to me and go, you're a fat bitch. So I'm grateful that you have took the time to watch my video and can have an opinion, and you feel brave enough to hide behind your computer and say that. And you know, I'm just past all the having a real go at things. I just can't be bothered with it. I've done it in the past. It takes too much energy. It takes too much strength to do it. And you know, you're never ever going to please everyone in this world. We're never ever going to be the same as everyone else. If we were all the same, we'd be boring. We're all going to have different opinions. We're all going to have different views on stuff. Have you heard back from Discovery World or the other rude lady? P.S. Can you please tell Mummy Shell to prime SSB? Shell is currently on holiday in America, hun. So I don't think she's on very much at all. I think she literally popped onto this live for like 5 minutes, if that, because she's currently on holiday. So when she's back in the UK, I will speak to her again, because I'm going to speak to her anyway. But yeah, literally, I've not heard from Discovery World again. They were just pissing me about. I have removed some rude comments on some of my videos. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but, you know, I'm not having rude comments on it. The lady that was slagging me off in something, we had this real big ding-dong, and everyone kind of backed me up, which is lovely, I get that, but that's why I just kind of put on it, let's just leave all this now, please, come on, let's just quit this, because it was getting very personal between a few people, and I just don't want my channel changing into a slanging match basically. I want to grow my channel. I would love to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm already getting stuff together for a 1,000 subscribers giveaway. I'm getting there slowly. I'm on like 700 and something now. I was really hoping that I could try and boost my channel to 1,000 subscribers before the deadline for the monetization on videos, because I had just broken the threshold for monetization, so I should have had one payment from YouTube before the whole new thing kicked in. But I actually achieved the threshold of £60 the day that the new rule kicked in, that you have to have 1,000 subscribers and so many likes. And I've got the likes, but I haven't, not the likes, you've got to have so many views and 1,000 subscribers. And I've got all the views, but I haven't got the subscribers. So yeah, that's just being held until I get the subscribers, I guess. And then also at 1,000 subscribers, there is a website you can go on and ask to be considered to do reviews of different products. And I think you guys like to hear my honest opinion of reviews, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If I think a product's crap, the product's crap, you know. So I think you guys appreciate how I don't sugarcoat stuff and I just say it how it is, kind of thing. And if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. You know, I make a very honest opinion on that. So yeah, I'm going to do the review possibly tonight. I might film it when she's in bed, because she is, oh, just there. What about like an Agony Aunt live video? If people want me to do a live and kind of ask me my opinion on stuff, I will happily do that. If people want to put comments below and say what's your opinion, what's your advice, whatever, by all means I will do that. I will try and come on and do a live again tomorrow. But yeah, just pop in the comments anything you'd like me to do like that, or if you have got anything you want advice on and stuff like that. Now that your partner has to do loads for you, do you think it's fair? Are you worried he will leave? I hope and pray he wouldn't leave. I keep saying to him, this is not what you signed up for when you got with me. He takes everything very much in his stride, and I try to be as independent as I can. This is another reason why I'm having my hair cut, because I hate having to rely on him to do my hair. I feel like that's kind of something personal to me. Like helping me out of the bath, that's completely different. But stuff like that is kind of personal to me. So this is another reason why I'm having my hair cut, because I can actually deal with it. If it's shorter, I can brush it myself. If it's not personal at all, hun. It is not personal at all. It's a lot for somebody to take on. Like when he got with me, I never had fibro, so it's not something he signed up for when he got with me. If he wanted to leave, that would be his choice. I would not belittle him. I would not look down on him. I would not be upset. I would be upset, but I would not be like, oh my god, you've only left me because of my fibro. You know, I wouldn't be like that. That is his choice. He didn't sign up for this when he got with me, but he very much takes in his stride. We are very much a team now. I think if I hadn't got onto my antidepressants and I was still screaming and shouting at him, that he possibly would have started thinking about that. But I think now that I'm on my antidepressants, we have got our little routine kind of going now. You know, we do things as a team. There are certain things I can do. There's certain things that he can do. You know, I still, you know, wash his clothes for him. I still cook for him. I still run him baths. I still do everything I can for him, but there's just certain things I need his help for. So I think we are now kind of working as a team, and hopefully he won't leave me. Sorry about my phone, guys. Hopefully he won't leave me, but that is his choice if he does. Where did I work before? I think a work from home job would be ideal for me now. This is what we are trying to do. When I was in Somerset, I used to work in One Stop, which is like a Tesco Express, and I gave that up. Well, I didn't really give it up. I went on maternity leave, and I went on maternity leave on the 20th of November, and I actually left to move to Derby on the 21st, which I'd already discussed with my boss. I'm still very friendly terms with my boss. And she said if ever she could help me to transition to a One Stop up here, she would, but there's no One Stops near me.
No.
But yeah, when I was down in Somerset and I was working, on the side I was doing a lot of buying and selling. And I actually funded all our flat for that. basically when we moved into our first flat, Matt paid the deposit, but I'd paid for and got all our furniture, all like the cutlery, I think the only things we actually needed to buy when we moved into the flat was a fridge and a freezer and a cooker, but the cooker was built into the flat. And Matt's mum and Ron bought us I think it was the fridge. They bought us Matt's mum and Ron bought us a halogen oven, when we moved in, and his dad bought us a freezer for our moving in present, and his nan and granddad bought us a fridge. But everything else, sofas, desks, bookcases. I think Matt literally brought with him his computer, his clothes, and a TV. I paid for everything else. I had started buying and selling, and any profit that I had, I would use once a month to go and get wooden spoons or tea towels or washing up bowls, saucepans, anything that I found in charity shops or secondhand shops or stuff like that. I picked up because that's the kind of stuff that you don't realise you need quite a lot of money to buy to get ready for a house, so I got all that. A draw my life video would be great, or just a life story. I can sit down and try and work out to do a life story if you guys really want me to do a life story. Yeah, I can do that. There are certain bits that I won't go into too great detail in because they're in my past and I don't really want to bring them up, but yeah. I can do a story of my life if people want to see that. It's not very boring. But yeah, I can say what I was doing, my achievements and stuff. So yeah, I can certainly, while Libby's asleep tonight, I can just write that out so I've got a quick idea of what I'm doing. If that's what you guys would like. If you want me to be like giving you advice or what I would do in a situation, by all means let me know and I can try my hardest. I am open to all different things to try new videos and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to pop off now and clean up this crap hole of a front room that Libby has basically made a huge mess of. But I don't really care. At the end of the day, if she's happy, I don't care if my front room's a mess. I just try to give it a quick tidy before we go to bed at night so she can come down in the morning and trash it again. As long as she's happy, I really don't care. But yeah, I'm just going to give it a quick tidy. And then I'll try and come on and do another live tomorrow. But yeah, if there's anything you want me to answer or give you advice on or anything you want me to do, yeah, just pop it in the comments below. Because obviously when this live is finished, I won't be able to see the live comments. That's for the great world and great content as always. Hope there is a video up after work. There is a video up for tomorrow. It's going live at 10 AM in the morning. And it's me just responding to a few comments I've had on different videos about different things. And then there's another video going up on Friday at 10 o'clock, which is money saving tips, tricks and hacks. And there's going to be a lot more of those tips, tricks and hacks videos coming up. I've just got to film them. There'll be another review video for a few bits. Lewis Curly. I've got to film, and then I will do that draw my life kind of thing. I will do that. Not draw my life, life story kind of thing. I'll write that out, and yeah, I'm gonna go now and excuse you. I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.